Hey everyone, and welcome to the first video in my Arena Breakout Infinite Airport Guide series, made especially for newer players. In this series I'll break down the airport map step by step, covering safe routes, common spawn points, high traffic danger zones, and where to find reliable loot without taking unnecessary risks. The goal is to help you survive longer, understand the map better, and extract more consistently whether you're playing solo or with a squad. In the first episode we'll be fighting two teams in the middle of the map, which is one of the highest loot but most dangerous areas. I'll explain what's happening in real time and point out beginner friendly decisions you can use in your own runs. So let's get started. So starting off with the map and spawn location, green spawn is where I spawn and the red spawns are my potential enemy spawn, so you always need to keep in mind of enemy spawn locations. Since I like the aggressive gameplay, I will just push into the fuel storage and check if I can get fight of the spawn. For now nothing is happening, you can see the bot spawn. I will not kill him since I actually forgot to bring a gun. Always bring a silence gun into this map, it actually helps a lot with keeping you hidden and not attracting any unnecessary attention. I see that nobody spawns and I will just push straight into the middle. Again, my stupid mistake that I didn't bring in the gun. I just made the gun, just forgot to put it in. I even have the bullets for it. Now, since I made some noise, I need to check if the other spawn is pushing, because they will for sure know. I see the bot, he is not triggered, so that's a good sign. I also do not hear any shots or anything near me, so that is very good. Here, I got shot from the bot from the back, and I'm gonna try to spawn from the front. But I also hear jumping on the left, which means one team is already in, and they're for sure gonna try to fight me here. I can hear one is close to the entrance, and one is somewhere in the parking lot in the middle. So after downing one guy, I just quick pick to see the whole parking lot. I can see the guy with M110 in the back, and I will not directly challenge it. So what I need to do as a solo player, because I do not know if that's the only guy or there is one more up top. I can hear only one, but that doesn't mean that the other guy is not crouching somewhere. I need to close the distance, because fighting an M110 on this range is horrible. I was listening for a second to see if the guy is gonna try to push through the smoke, because there is people that can do that, and I heard footsteps, but there was just a bot, so it was false alarm. Again, I was trying to close the distance. I did not hear him push this close, but luckily he wasn't a great shot, so I managed to finish him without any issues.
Powering up the tower. Unlocking the linked entry point. Powering up the tower. Unlocking the linked entry point.
Usually, and especially if you're playing solo, you need to check all the corners before you start looting, because if you kill two, there is a very high chance that if there is a third guy, that he's gonna try to push immediately to kill you, or he's gonna try to hold the closest corner where you kill people. So just before you lay down and start looting, just check a few corners before you do that. Here I'm just trying to loot as fast as I can, because you don't want to be in the open for long. I also know that there is a team inside, so I potentially need to prepare myself for another fight. So pack your mags, heal up, pop a painkiller, and get ready for some more action. On this map, bots are especially annoying, so whenever you see one trying to push you, trying to target you, start screaming at you, just take them down, because, you know, they can kill you and they will kill you if you let them. I'm not rushing with looting here because I have GS2s on and I can hear pretty confidently where they are inside and what are they doing. They hit a couple of saves, they're running inside, they're killing bots. So I am not in a hurry. Another very important piece of information is where your extracts are and which is the fastest way to get to them. So you always want to fight somewhere in the line of your extract as a solo player, because crossing the map alone is sometimes the most difficult part of this game. The most important part about being a solo player is getting the information before you do any action. So listening to the footsteps, listening to the jumps, listening to the different terrain. Is he walking on a carpet? Is he walking on the wood? Is he walking on the metal? You will learn everything. Like, the more experience you have in the game and the more you fight in that area. But getting a initial information as a solo player is extremely crucial. Here I heard that one guy was on the top, in the middle, he was running, jumping, doing his own stuff, looting. Decided to drop a backpack because I am then not as heavy and not as loud, so I can just continue pretending that I am a bot down there and nobody sees me. I can hear them walking up top because this is not a concrete sound, and I know that they are above me. Again, waiting for any kind of sound cue before you push is very important. Those two just jumped into my crosshairs, they got deleted. I do not know how they didn't hear me before, but that's a nice gift. I can hear one more guy opening the safe in the main room, so I'm gonna try to get close and push him. These two had headphones on and level 4 helmets, which means that potentially the other guy also has either GS2s or commandos or something, and he can hear me approaching, so I need to play this a little bit slower. I know that he's pushing through the back, like small office, like conference room, and he's gonna go next to the switch, so I try to cut them off there. Unfortunately, he took a very tight turn, and I was holding a very small angle, so I didn't manage to shoot him a couple of more times to knock him. He decided to run away, so he just ditched his team and just ran off. Here I'm just trying to make my way down to my backpack. I'm checking every corner because you never know if it's 3 guys, if it's 4 guys, maybe one is camping. So you want to check corners and not only rely on the sound cues. Again, before looting, just give yourself a bit of a time to check and double check and triple check if somebody's camping and or holding the angle. Here I do not feel comfortable looting on the stairs because it's quite open. And I know I will hear them because of GS2s, but just in case of me just bolting upstairs because holding the left hand peak is very bad in this game. For the sake of it, I just dropped all their loot behind the stairs so I can loot them safely. While looting, I'm trying to get the average of 20,000 per slot, so I will not take, for example, an attachment that is 15k or something, especially with 4 kills and a lot of loot laying around. I can hear some distant shots, but they do not concern me because nothing is happening on this map since my 2 fights. I did hear one fight earlier, but that was just too far for me to worry about. This is executive lounge key, and at the time of recording the price is 2.1 million. This is a VIP reception keycard. At the time of recording the price is 2.2 million. And this room can be opened from 2 sides, so always check if the other side is open before wasting a key. So at this point I didn't hear any shots or people running or anything for quite some time, so I'm just gonna go and do the last check. Gonna check a few corners, try to find the books and open the last room. I had the books with all three letters, so it was pretty easy to open. I didn't have to guess or anything. So at this point there is no one around. You can freely loot. You can take how much time you want. As a solo player, looting a high loot area uncontested is a gift, and you should take every second that you can to min max all your gear. This is AOC, the best keycard on the map. At the time of recording the price is 4.1 million, but it can go up to 5. Even at the start it was 6. Honestly, 2 saves is like a farm. Main room, it is a decent keycard. Honestly, the saves were kinda disappointing. I did not get any reds or any good items from it, so I will go hit the switch and continue looting the bots and taking all their gold ammo. Again, no shots. I was basically free on the map. The team probably traded outside somewhere, just took the gear and ran to the extract. I killed 2 teams, so first team was duo, the second team was trio, but the guy bolted. Yeah, pretty decent raid for me. First switch is on the ground floor in the room called switches, and the second switch is on the first floor in the office area. Once you hit the second switch, it doesn't matter if you hit the first one in the switches or the second one in the switches. Once you hit the second switch and the elevator activates, you have 2 minutes to extract. This was a pretty decent trade for me. I did not fight any juicers, which was kinda sad because I only took out 4.5 mil out and I had around 20 minutes for myself in the middle of the map just looting bots and all the loot. But Actually decent raid, and yeah, I'm happy that I got out. This is the loadout I was running, a little bit on the juicer side, but I like to fight 1v4, so this tier 6 armor definitely helps me with that. But yeah, this is it. Please let me know if you enjoy this type of content, if I should continue doing it. I had a lot of fun making this actually, and yeah, hope to see you in the next one.